Season 23 is upon us, so here's a no-nonsense guide to the seasonal activities in Season of the Wish. There are 3 activities tied to Season 23, the Blinding Well, Riven's Lair, and the Coil. Blinding Well is an old Forsaken era activity that had its difficulty increased and loot pool updated. Now you can earn past and current seasonal gear from the Blinding Well. To start the activity, go to the middle of the Blinding Well and use a Charge of Light. There are 3 tiers of Charge of Light. When you complete a tier 3 charge, deposit an unstable charge in the middle. This will provide the most challenge and the most loot when you complete the activity. In order to complete the Blinding Well, just stand on the marked plates and kill the enemies to add progress towards the activity. At random moments, a mini boss will spawn with an immune shield. In order to break the shield, you must search around the map for a glowing major enemy. Killing the enemy will spawn a glowing orb you can walk over that will give you increased ability and super recharge rate and the ability to damage the mini boss's shield. I believe everyone in the activity can pick up these glowing orbs, so definitely take advantage of this to make the Blinding Well super easy. Once the well is fully charged up, a boss will spawn. Killing them will end the activity and spawn your rewards. Remember, if you want the most loot from the Blinding Well, use an unstable charge of light in the middle of the map after killing a tier 3 boss. This will make the activity heroic. Riven's Lair and the Coil are essentially the same activity. The Coil is a roguelike activity where you fight through 4 pathways with increasing difficulty the more players you have and the further you progress. When you enter the activity, you can use an in-game currency called Wishing Glass to select random buffs that change with each playthrough. You earn Wishing Glass by collecting shards found throughout the pathways from killing enemies and destroying awoken pots. Pots are the main source for shards and can only be found while traversing the platforming sections in between main rooms. There is a yellow bar enemy called Glass Collectors that glow and can also only be found in the platforming sections in between main rooms, and when defeated they drop a bunch of shards. There are different color shards. Purple will provide the most score and can only drop from Glass Collectors, followed by red and white shards. Shards are the only thing contributing to your score, and at specific score thresholds, side rooms in the platforming section will open with a chest you can loot along with some awoken pots you can shatter for some more shards. While in the platforming sections, you must locate and stand on 3 plates. Once all 3 plates have been stepped on, a portal to the next room will open. There are only 2 platforming sections per pathway, one at the beginning of the path and another right before the boss room. The boss mechanics are rather simple but depends on which boss you're facing. One boss has the Pervading Darkness debuff, which you must cleanse every couple of seconds in order to prevent you from dying. Another requires you to use Vex Arc Beams to destroy the boss's shield. And the last requires you to kill a glowing enemy and pick up the orb they drop in order to do damage to the shielded enemies, very similar to the Blinding Well. There is a wipe timer counting down in the bottom left of your screen. You can prevent yourself from dying by standing in the glowing pool of light found in the middle of the map. When you complete a pathway by killing the boss, you will be brought back to the starting room, rewarded a chest and some Wishing Glass you can use to buff your character. The farther you progress, the more rewards you can earn, and at some point even focus for specific pieces of gear. Earning platinum at the very end of the Coil will bring you to a new room filled with chests you can loot. Riven's Lair contains the same rooms, bosses, and mechanics as the Coil without the Wishing Glass currency, roguelike buffs, and it's only 1 pathway instead of 4. So if you're looking for a more traditional strike-like activity, Bungie has you covered. There are also seasonal challenges you can complete in order to focus deep sight weapons and high stat armor. These challenges can be found in the seasonal bonuses section of the weekly seasonal challenges page. And that's your Season of the Wish guide. Let me know your thoughts on this season in the comments, subscribe for more, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.